everyone, and welcome to NameHero. I'm Ryan, the founder and CEO. In this video, I want to show you how to connect your domain name to our HeroBuilder website builder. So by default, our HeroBuilder, it creates a subdomain for your website. That way you can take our 7-day free trial, evaluate it, and that subdomain's public facing, so you can send it to your friends, colleagues, you can go test it on your phone, your tablet, or whatnot, and just make sure everything looks proper. Now, the whole time you have HeroBuilder, you can use that subdomain to access your website, but it's likely that most of you are going to have your own domain name because it's easier to remember and looks a lot more professional than being whatever at .herobuilder.com. So in order to do this, we've made this very, very simple, and the process we've come up with here is to make it so easy that you don't have to do anything technical. You don't have to go configure anything other than changing some name servers. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to register a new domain. Now, if you already have your domain, then you can just fast forward a little bit and you can follow the steps to show you how to set those name servers. And it doesn't have to be at NameHero. You know, if your domain's at GoDaddy or Namecheap, that's fine. You can still keep it there and just change your name servers. So I'm going to demonstrate in NameHero's interface, but the process is still the same on how to connect it to the builder, to connect it to your website. But you just have to change your name servers at wherever that domain is if it's not at NameHero. So the first thing is you don't have to have a domain when you start with HeroBuilder. Now, I've got tutorials on our YouTube channel on how to start the trial of HeroBuilder. If you're a current customer, you can just simply click inside the templates and get started. If you're a new customer and don't have a NameHero account, you can click here and it will register you one for free. So I'm assuming you have that portion done. So you should have your interface that looks like this. If I go to trial builder, you see here, or e-commerce builder. So that's the next thing. You'll notice our trial doesn't have the option because you have to upgrade. You have to have a actual HeroBuilder package to add the domain. So what I've done is you can upgrade actually right here, but I've got one I already did before this video. Actually, I did another video on how to upgrade, but if you click e-commerce builder, that's a paid plan, and you'll notice down here, I've got the option connect domain. So if I click it, you can see I've got the option here to where I can connect whatever domain that I want. And once it's connected, it'll show up here as being active. So I don't have a domain in my account, so I just wanted to start fresh, and I'm going to actually show you how to register one if you haven't. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to register a good domain. So first thing, let's just click my site, and because I'm going to just show an example of the type of domain I would buy. So if I click this, you can see this is my example site that I've just built out here for demos. And the cool thing is, if you're like me, you might be a little indecisive, especially if you're starting a new website, on what domain you want to have. So the cool thing about our trial is you can start building the site and then kind of come up with the domain later. You don't have to know it like right now. So you can try it out and kind of get your feet wet before committing to anything. So if you're registering a new domain, I've got a big tip for you today. I love this website called expireddomains.net, and you can see it up here in the browser window. Now, it's free to register here. I think you can still search with a not logged in, but the filters are somewhat limited. So you can register an account, and I've had an account here for a long time, and I've never had any spam or anything like that. But it does provide you these extra filters. So expireddomains.net, it shows you lists of domains that have been recently deleted by registries. So these are domains that have previously been registered, but the original owner has forgotten to renew them, or they've just let them go because they're not in business, or whatever the circumstance is. I like this site because it helps me find good premium domains for whatever type of website that I'm looking for. A lot of .coms have been registered since, it is 2020. I remember back in 98, it seemed like even then that a lot of the good names were taken. Well, since so many have been registered, there's also been a lot that's been deleted. So I love this site to find high quality premium domains that are at very low cost, the same cost as registering anything else because they've been deleted. So if you go here and you sign up, this is as soon as you log in, and I like to hover over deleted.com and just select deleted.com names. Okay, so this list, you can see there's 2.7 million domains, and of course to sort through 111,000 pages, we'd be here all day. So I like to click the show filter, and you can see there's a bunch of different things that I can filter to find the domain that I want, or just some suggestions. I might not even use a domain from this site, but this will give me some suggestions of ones that have been previously registered but are now available. So what I like to do is I don't like numbers in my domains, so I click no numbers. And I personally, I like .coms. So, there's .net, .org, .info, .biz, and there's all kinds of new GTLDs. Personally, I like to stick to .com when I can. I have had cases where I've had to go with the .net, and I do have a couple .orgs in my portfolio, but 95% of the domains that I own are .com, so that's what I suggest. All right, so now you can see I like this in allow list. The starts with, contains, or end with. I like to use this contains filter because if I have a keyword of what my site's about, I can use that to find a domain that's kind of related to what I'm offering. So in this example site, you can see I just called it NameHero Web Hosting. So if I was developing a website for a web hosting site, maybe I would put hosting. So I want my domain to include this. I want no numbers in it. Now I could specify a length, the length number of characters. Obviously, the more filters that I add, the less domains it's going to come with. Now you can also see they've got a dictionary filter, and that way you don't get a bunch of gibberish. You get actual dictionary words. So I speak English, so I'm going to click English, and of course wherever you may be, feel free to sort through that yourself. I'm going to apply the filter, and you can see now I've got a page here, and I think it's still calculating, 28 pages of domains that include the word hosting without numbers and that are English dictionary words. Now, I like to sort this table by ABY, and this basically goes off of when it was first registered, and you can see like 1998, and then it goes on down from there. And the reason I like to sort like this is because normally the longer it was registered, the better of a name it is. Not always, but often I find that. And me personally, I'm a domain investor, so I get on this site every day, and I normally will pick up a couple each week, no matter what, just for my own portfolio. But again, this is the way I suggest to you. If you don't have a domain, you're looking for a new domain, you've made a new website, why not find a good one, or at least use this to get some ideas? So trekhosting.com. Hey, that's not a bad domain. It's two words, two dictionary words, easy to remember, pretty much brandable and stuff like that. But you can look through the rest of this. No risk hosting, web hosting by, Rain City hosting. I can skip some pages. I can go through here. paxhosting.com, tiphosting.com. MissouriHosting.com. I think I bought MissouriHosting.com. I actually think I own that. So sometimes this will include registered names because they don't update their database in real time. Let's see if trekhosting.com is available. I like that, registered in 98. So let's just see if we can't pick it up for our example domain. So I'm going to copy it. All right, so I'm going back over here to NameHero. And I'm going to hover over domains. Now again, I'm logged into my account. So if you're not logged in, the menu looks a little different. So I'll click register a new domain, and let's put in Trek Hosting. Search. What do you know? It's available. So we also have some suggestions, of course. If the .com's not available, our system will automatically give you some as well. I like it. We'll try it out. So I just click here to add it to the cart and view cart. Okay, so now it's time to configure my domain. I'm going to register it just for 1 year. You can register for longer or just renew it each year. It's up to you. If you want to add hosting, you can. Now, for our builder, we already have hosting, so we can ignore that. Now, there's 3 options here for DNS management, ID protection, and email forwarding. With HeroBuilder, you actually get email forwarding on all of our packages, so that would be redundant to order that. DNS management, you don't need that either because you're going to be using HeroBuilder for your domain. So the only one that I suggest is ID protection, and ID protection actually uses our Who is Hero product, and it filters spam emails and spam calls and spam snail mail from you. So when you register a domain, your public information is made available into a database. Now, nowadays with privacy, a lot of databases are gated, meaning not everyone can just see it, but it is publicly available somewhere. So using our Who is privacy protection, it replaces your information with our information, but it still forwards the communication. So if someone emails your privacy email, it still forwards to your exact email, but it doesn't publicize your email address, and it also filters the spam. We have some really strict filters. And likewise, if someone sends you a piece of mail, there's gonna be a proxy address there, but if they send it to your attention, then we forward that along too. So that's way you're still able to get contact with people if they need you, but your personal information is kept secure to reduce the amount of spam and snail mail you may get. Okay, so the next step is name servers. And so for these are what are going to connect your domain to HeroBuilder. So if I go back over to here, and I'm going to go to my main page, back here, you'll see the name servers for HeroBuilder are right here, ns1.herobuilder.com and ns2.herobuilder.com. Pretty simple. So you'll find this on whatever package you have, your name servers will be here. So let's go back to my shopping cart, and I'm going to change it to ns1 and ns2. Boom. I'll click continue. All right, so now I've got my domain. It's for 1 year. I've added my ID protection. I've configured it. Now I'm ready to check out. Here's all my information. I've got a credit balance on my account, so I'll just pay with that. You can pay with credit card, PayPal, credit card through Stripe or Coinbase. Complete order. Just takes a second to run through and actually register the domain. Now, when you register a domain and you update name servers, there's a period called DNS propagation. So like right now, if I just immediately go to trekhosting.com, it's not likely I'm going to see my site. One, because I still need to connect it in HeroBuilder. But two, once you register a domain, it takes a couple of, sometimes 15 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes, but it takes some time for those DNS records to propagate. As a general rule of thumb, we just say 24 hours, just to make sure it's viewable everywhere. Most of the time, it's much sooner than that. So the big point I'm trying to make here is just don't get too antsy if it's not immediately viewable. Okay, so we've got our shopper approved survey. So, if this video helped you out or you enjoyed it or it's a quick order process, we certainly do appreciate the all 5 stars. But, if you don't want to, you just click the X. It's super simple. All right, so now I need to connect my website to that domain. I did add the name servers, but now I need to connect it because I do have 2 websites. So click continue, and we'll go back here. All right, so the next step is you need to decide if you have more than one HeroBuilder websites, which one you want to connect your domain to. So in mine here, I've got the e-commerce builder, and then I've got another trial. Remember, I can't connect my domain to the trial, but I can connect it to the e-commerce builder because it's a paid package. Okay, so I need to go down here and click Connect Domain. And I just would type in Trek Hosting now. I just type it in here, just trekhosting.com. Don't put the www, it does that for you. And Connect Domain. Now this just takes a second to bind this to your HeroBuilder package. And so it's going to go run its thing, just takes a second. And you can see now it's active. Okay, so now trekhosting.com points to this HeroBuilder subdomain. And if you remember, this HeroBuilder subdomain looks like this. So once it propagates, you're going to be able to go to trekhosting.com and see this instead of having to go through this subdomain. So it's going to make it much easier for me to go recommend to someone because I've got my actual domain for it. And the cool thing about this is you can change it if you want. So, later on, if you're not happy with it, you can just click the delete and change the domain. Now, you cannot add another one. As of now, HeroBuilder is for one domain name, and that's for every package. We might add the ability later on to add multiple domains, but the way it's set up right now, it's just one domain per HeroBuilder package. So I've got to give this just a little bit to propagate, and then once it does, I'm going to generate an SSL certificate for free, but I need to give this just a couple of minutes. So I'm going to just pause this video for a little bit just to make sure everything gets propagated, and then I'll resume it, and I'll show you how to generate the SSL because that's super simple as well. So just hang on just a little bit, and I'll be back and join you. All right, I literally paused this video for like 5 minutes and I was checking it and my domain's already propagated. So I'm using Google Fiber as an internet connection right here for this video computer. It's really fast. Pretty much anywhere in North America is pretty fast now. And, really any country rather that has fast internet access, DNS propagation's not that long anymore. But we do always say 24 hours just in case because I have seen some weird cases before. Now, however, if I go to trekhosting.com, you can see I'm now pulling up my site. So you can see I'm viewing it here in this window from the subdomain, and I'm viewing it here from my main domain. Now, the next step is to generate the SSL for it, and that way I can generate it with HTTPS. So if I go down here, I can click this lockbox, and I'll say this will attempt to generate an SSL certificate. Please ensure name server has been set correctly. And they are because the site's resolving. and I'll hit confirm. Now, this is also another thing that plays into DNS propagation is our servers have to be propagated enough to be able to connect it as well to Let's Encrypt. So most of the time, though, this happens as soon as you're able to view your site, which you can see has happened now. But sometimes it may also take some time for this to happen. But the SSL certificate has been generated successfully. And so now if we come over here and if I type in HTTPS, you can see secure. So now I have a valid SSL certificate and my site is live. So now I'm using my domain. If I go back in here to the builder, website builder, my websites, actually I could have clicked back here, go to edit website. All right, so now you can see as I pull up the builder here, I can begin making changes and my website's now visible on its own domain, and I can also access it from HTTPS. And so I'm going to do another video on how to show you how to fully secure everything to force it to use HTTPS. I thought about for a second getting into that in this video, but I don't want to throw too much at you because there is, a couple steps you have to accomplish before you get there. And it's also, before you go doing that, you have to make sure that you don't have any unsecure calls. So I'll do a whole video on making sure everything's SSL. But it's really that simple. Now, once it's done as well, if I go back to my client area, and I go over here, you can see once I've connected my domain, I can also create email accounts. So you can see if I wanted to create a new email account at Trek Hosting, I could do that here. So for example, let's type in Ryan and I can generate a password. So generate a nice strong one for me. Please use a strong password. Use this generator. It's there for a reason. I'll let's copy this down. Click create. Successfully created. And now I've got my own email account. So now Ryan at Trek Hosting will go to here. I can click webmail login. I can type in Ryan at trekhosting.com. I can put in my password here. I can choose round, cube, or horde and log in. And now I've got email. So now I can use this to view all my emails or send out emails or whatnot. It's all professional at my own company's domain. Now, if I go back here, I'm just going to delete this. Since I did show my password, I don't think it'd be good to leave it there. So I've deleted it. Now, if I don't want another email account, because some people, if you're like me, I've got tons of email accounts and tons of domains I own. So sometimes I just want to forward the email to an existing account. So if you noticed, I'll just go back here and show you. It's on the sidebar here, but I'm going to go back just to show where it is. You can see email forwards. I could go here. And I could create Ryan at trekhosting.com, and I could forward this to my NameHero email. So then all email from Ryan at Trek Hosting will go to my NameHero. Now, our personal builder package, it has email forwards, it has up to 5. Our business allows you to create email accounts. Our e-commerce package allows you to create email accounts. The personal package just allows for forwards, and that might be appropriate for you. So now any email, Ryan at Trek Hosting, will go to my NameHero account. So that's pretty easy and straightforward. And so if I go back here, so that's all the different options that I have that, I can have email accounts or email forwards, and I've connected my domain. So just some added features to HeroBuilder. And you can see we've tried to keep everything as simple and easy as possible and right inside of your NameHero client panel. So you don't have to go here and there, and you don't have to know a bunch of tech stuff to do it. The last thing I'll mention is if you already have your domain. So if I go to domains and my domains, if I already had the domain Trek Hosting in my NameHero account, which I'm assuming a lot of people watching this video might already have several domains with us, I could go here and click on the domain here and go to name servers, and I could modify them here. So that's if your domain's at GoDaddy or Namecheap or whatnot, and you don't want to transfer it to NameHero, you just need to change the name servers to match what's your package. So again, NS1 and 2. Is what matches. So I would change that on my domain, and then as long as I add my domain and connect domain, I'm all set. So it's just changing those name servers and then connecting it with your appropriate website. It's that simple. That's only, and I promise that's like the only techie thing you have to do, and it's not even too much techie. It's just pointing and clicking. But that will point to all the DNS for you, and it sets up email and everything else. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know. We certainly appreciate the thumbs up on our video here. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not. I have a whole list of content coming out this summer for NameHero, not only for HeroBuilder, but for our resellers out there, for our other web hosting customers. We've got tons of WordPress tutorials coming out. So make sure you subscribe. It's going to be a very busy summer of content being pushed out. This whole last spring, we've been just slammed busy with the COVID-19 lockdown and all this other stuff coming about. Summertime is normally those months that I really dig my heels in content. So we certainly do appreciate the thumbs up on the videos, because that allows me to know you're watching and you enjoy the content, and we can get much more pushed out. And of course, I look at the thumbs up on what you like the most, and I'll push out that type of content as well. So make sure that you give us a thumbs up if you will, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not. So thanks so much for watching. Any questions connecting your domain to HeroBuilder, feel free to let us know. We'd be more than happy to help. But I am Ryan Gray with NameHero.com.